Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. So, first question that I have on top of everything else, and you already know what this subject is going to be about from the title of the video, is who arose the content gods? You know, I always say praise the content gods on the live stream and on the channel itself, but apparently somebody decided to disturb them from their slumber, so here we are. Now, credit where it is due is actually, I didn't know about this and hadn't heard about it until Neo actually ended up posting a link to this on the Discord that I follow. So as is the case, he's already got a video out on it, so you're more than welcome to check that out as well to get some of his thoughts. I align similarly on a couple of things, but a lot of what we're going to talk about is going to be the details that eBay has provided, but then also we're going to discuss, go into the realm of speculation. I'm going to try to not to go too far into that, but I want to give you a couple of things to think about because we're still sparse on a little bit of details, but this is kind of a sneaky thing that eBay kind of threw out there as part of their investor day, and it has some potential interesting long-term implications, and it does cover the sports card market a little bit, so obviously it's newsworthy and discussion worthy, and probably we'll talk about it more during the live stream. But the bottom line here, the big takeaway piece, is the concept of the eBay vault, which, if you know anything about the vaulting services and things going on in sports cards, is obviously potentially a big deal with eBay's large marketplace and market share. So I'm going to give you a couple of details about that, and then we'll get a little bit of the speculation realm, and I welcome any thoughts or comments you have in the comments section. Okay. So I'm going to skip ahead about a lot of this, and I'll include a link to this and a link to the other video that I'm going to include here in the description as usual. You'll be able to check it out yourself and follow it. I always recommend, if you're curious and want to dig into it deeper, take the information and then by all means check it out on your own. So eBay hosted an investor day, so I'll skip a lot of this information. Kind of a lot of it is traditionally what you put in a PR thing, but I want to focus on this, the future, collectibles. So the market for trading cards and collectibles continues to accelerate, and eBay is the biggest trading platform for these categories. Our headline announcement today was the eBay Vault coming next quarter. This is a 31,000 square foot secure storage facility and digital marketplace for trading cards and collectibles with plans to expand into luxury goods. Now, this is a big deal. So when they say, why is this big news? It is big news because when you've got the vault going in there, they know their collectibles are secured, instant sale becomes possible. So this is suddenly entering into, and I don't think it's been mentioned too much yet. I think a couple of comments brought it up. As soon as you do this vaulting thing, where suddenly you can do the sales inside of the platform and potentially have it shift from one person on the platform to another person already in the vault, and then maybe they ship it out on their own. Well, we're entering into COMC territory. And if you think about it a little bit, COMC has effectively been a vault for years. They're kind of the OG vault, if you will. Because you submit it to them, they process it and put it into the system, and then from there, you do have the ability, with the push of a couple of buttons, to be able to then create an eBay auction. And here's what's interesting about this. As soon as you do that, COMC is able to have, through their consignment service, a lot of lots on eBay. Well, now eBay is creating its own vault. I want to kind of let that sit there, and I want you to think about that one a little bit. I'm not going to suggest anything, but I'm just saying it is very interesting that now eBay is basically entering into that realm a little bit. And by entering into that realm, you know, does COMC outlive its usefulness? Not necessarily for the rank and file, because obviously one of the big things that COMC has always been good for is the smaller items, and I take advantage of that myself. You grab some of the smaller items, you're able to consolidate them into one shipment. Does the eBay Vault allow you to do this? It would seem logical that you'd be able to. And if that's the case, well, suddenly it becomes a lot more feasible to be like, oh, I want to buy a bunch of lots. I'll buy from this person, this person, this person, consolidate everything in. It's already in the vault. Great. That saves you a little bit of time. Now you push a button and you ship everything all at once in one package. And then, of course, the groundwork was laid for this with the whole authentication program, which hasn't gone the best. But the point is, it creates one additional layer which already is built in. Well, you toss in the vault into it, that's like a next logical step to expand the capabilities even beyond that. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But I want you to think about some of those things at the very top level. So once in the vault, ownership can transfer from seller to buyer in a matter of seconds without the need to re-authenticate. So basically you submit the thing in, it gets authenticated in the first place, and then it's inside the vault. And then obviously you can resell potentially multiple times, like a COMC where you've got a kind of a seller's market. And then obviously eBay can make its little fee every single time. No need to repackage or ship the item anywhere. This unlocks a new way to engage with eBay, instantly buying and selling trading cards and sports memorabilia as a great new rookie lands to play in the final of a tight game. So basically day trading all of a sudden becomes possible. It's kind of what Starstock wanted to do. It's kind of what COMC is capable of doing with the flipping. Just think about that. Within a few years, we expect the vault to hold up to $3 billion in assets, which make it one of the largest stores of non-governmental assets in the world. Very exciting. Now, they also include a video here, and I'll show you a little bit into it fast forwarding, but I'll come back to that in a second. But I want you to think about this one. This is the next piece also that I want you to think about. The vault will be the main focus for us, but I also want to think about this. The first digital wallet. So sellers will be able to store sale proceeds in their digital wallet, gaining near access to use those funds to shop on eBay. So that's kind of an interesting little twist, just something on the side from the seller perspective, something to think about. So we'll have to see. That's a payment feature, so we'll see if that has any implications. But the big, obviously, announcement here is the vault, but also integration. So keep in mind a couple of things that are going to come up here. So now we're going to the video, and I'll include a link to this as well for you in the description. It's about a minute and a half. It's nothing too crazy. It's pretty much just really high-level stuff, but there's a couple of mentions and references in here that are kind of interesting. So I want to kind of fast forward a little bit. So I want you to look at this little bit here. Sell shares of my asset, and that's going to come in a second. They're potentially offering here the idea of fractional, and they mentioned that at the tail end. So all of a sudden, you've got the ability to have a vaulting thing. You have the ability to transfer, obviously buying and selling within a vaulting platform already there, and it's all consolidated in the space. You are infringing upon some other categories that have previously been there. You do the authentication thing built into it. How many things are covered under it? What are the thresholds that, for the vault? Again, questions we don't have the answer to yet, but just some things to think about. But now imagine you're also integrating an element of fractional. Now that is an entirely different discussion, something even beyond the scope of what I want to touch on right now, because that's something we really have to, really think about and get our heads around before we even go any further on that. But just bear in mind that eBay has invoked it in this short little video. And the other piece they've talked about is eBay live streams. So they've put in the potential of, with the vaulting service, you can have a live stream sale and do like a live sale. Well, that's kind of entering a little bit into whatnot territory, isn't it? So I've already brought up COMC, or, PWCC if you want to think about vaulting, you want to think about alt, you want to think about Starstock. Well, how about a little bit of whatnot? So you can do a live stream where you can sell items that then get shipped right from the eBay vault or get put into your vault until you're ready to ship. Kind of interesting. But also eBay entering into yet another realm as they try to take over an ecosystem, try to regain some market share that they were slowly eroding, and they decided to go the technology route, and eBay apparently has chosen violence. So kind of interesting. Okay, so let me skip ahead a little bit more. So obviously, like I said, I'll leave this link to this video so you can check it out for yourself. So I want to quickly go to the summary piece. Authenticate, buy and sell and store instantly. So that's the whole idea of this vaulting thing. And then here, in the future, live commerce, the live stream thing, and fractionalization, we'll probably have time to talk about that in the future. And then, only on eBay. So this vault opens up a lot of possibilities. Really, the bottom line of all this is that eBay has decided to, with this announcement, very aggressively enter into the realm. What does that do with their relationship with COMC? At first, I suspect nothing, but at the same time, it really does kind of threaten at least a part of what they're doing. Because imagine if, okay, so you can do COMC, but with COMC, you can create these, through their consignment service, you can create these eBay, auctions and buy it nows and all that. Well, why don't you just go to the source, vault it directly with eBay? What are the tax implications depending on where the vault is housed? Again, another consideration. There's a lot of little pieces into it. Does it allow you to, build up your holdings inside of the vault and then submit as a consolidated thing, similar to PWCC vault? Do they operate similar to that? Again, PWCC and eBay, good friends, good frenemies now. That is an element of it that you have to kind of bear in mind. So it kind of infringes on a lot of other hobby players, but eBay has still a very large marketplace, a lot of user base. So it becomes very interesting that they decided to enter into the space. And in addition to the additional payment service with the eBay wallet, also from the seller's perspective, that adds another element to it. And then what do the fees on this look like? There's a lot of unanswered questions here, and eBay just kind of opened Pandora's box, so to speak, to a lot of speculation and a lot of possibilities. That's it. The content gods have provided yet again. So I want to kind of leave it there for now. I'm open to thoughts or comments. Obviously, there's still a lot. We're missing a lot of important information here that we don't have access to. I'd be curious, though, to see at surface level, initial thoughts, kind of what you'd be thinking about this. Are you concerned? Is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? Do you feel like, eBay is now stepping on some toes of some other hobby industries and players? Is that something you would like to see? Is that something that concerns you? Because eBay does still have a lot of capitalization. They do have at least still a very large user base, even if they're not all super active anymore. Are they trying to regain their market share through this use? Another element to bear in mind in this video, I didn't show it to you, but in one of the examples they showed somebody doing, Beckett. And one of the things they point out is that it does have the ability, and I believe it's a little bit further back in the video. I'll see if I can pull it for you right here. So free authentication. So when you're submitting, plus grading add-on. So I want you to chew on what that might mean. Something to bear in mind as well. Again, it's all in this little video, a minute and a half. It's not crazy. I'll include a link to that as well as to the announcement itself. And then they'll definitely give us some stuff to chew on and some stuff to think about. Anyway, that's it for now. Like if you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I make videos like this whenever something interesting comes up or a topic comes to my mind. Otherwise, live streams on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're definitely going to be talking about this one tomorrow, and anything else that's on your mind as far as the hobby and things and goings on. That's it for now. Thanks very much. We'll catch you in the next one.